Hello, this is topic 1-6 on writing equations on the calculator. This is for geometry, but it's a review of algebra, so my algebra class may be watching this as well toward the end of the year. The calculator will allow you to enter these points and write the equation for you. To do this, we're going to use stat edit. So on our calculator, the stat button is right here, and the edit button, once you've turned your calculator on, hit stat. Edit is the very first thing, so you can just hit enter. This is important because it tells you how to clear out old data. In order to do that, we want to use the up arrow to the name of the list. Okay, so it highlights that, and press clear, hit enter. So if there was anything already in here, when you come up here, hit clear, enter, and it erases it all. It's important that you want to use clear and not delete. If you use delete, you're going to need me to come over here and help you put L1 back into your calculator. And we want to do this for all the lists that we're going to need. Okay? Well, our x values will go into list 1. Hit enter after each number. Our y values are not going to list 1. They're going into list 2. And we're going to press enter after each number. After we do all of that, we're going to go stat and arrow over to calc. So let me show you. We're going to hit stat, which again is right here on your calculator. And then notice calculate is in the middle, so we're going to scroll to the right to get to calculate. From here, we want to go to len reg, which is number 4. So we're going to go ahead and put in number 4. If you're a line, or if you're quadratic, you want to go to quad reg, which on our calculator is number 5. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at some examples. Example number 1, we've got 2 points, and we want to put them in. So, my x values and my y values is -3 and 2, -9 and 1. So this is L1 and this is L2. So I'm going to go over to stat, edit. In L1 I'm going to put -3 and then 2. In L2 I'm going to put -9 and then 1. From here we're going to hit stat again. We're going to go to calculate, and we want a line, so we want to go to number 4, linear regression. And that gives us y equals ax plus b. A is 2, b is -3. So that means that y equals 2x minus 3. Just pulled these directly from the calculator. A equals 2, b equals -3. And so they go into their respective spots. Go ahead and do number 2. We need -6, -6, and 9, 14. So L1, L2, and L1 we're going to put -6 and then 9. And L2 we're going to put -6 and then 14. So we go over to stat, edit. I'm going to clear out my L2, clear out my L1, type in my new numbers. Go back to stat, over to calculate, linear regression number 4. And this says that A equals 1.3 repeating, B equals 2. Well, this is simply 1 1/3 which is 4/3. So we want to go ahead and convert this to a fraction. So y equals 4/3 x plus 2. So if you get a funny decimal, you want to go ahead and convert that to a fraction. If you need help with this in class, you can ask me. I will come help you try to figure out how to convert that to a fraction. I don't remember the commands on the calculator right at this moment to do that. But let's go ahead and have a look at question number 3. However, before we get to example number 3, we have some more information. So for sometimes, we want to write an equation for something that may not be a line. For this, we need to look at the R value, or correlation. So if we don't see an R value, because obviously I don't see an R value here, we need to go to our catalog. This is important, because if the calculator's been reset, then you're going to need to do this again. But you only need to do it once. Unless someone has reset the calculator. So on here, we're going to hit second, and then we're going to go to catalog. And it's kind of hard to see, but down here at the 0, that's where catalog is. So we go down there. Now, we have a very long list of items. It's everything that this calculator knows how to do. The vast majority of which I don't even know what it does. So to shortcut this, we want to type in the letter D for diagnostic. And D is in green, right over here, underneath the math button. So I'm going to hit that X to the -1. And it jumps me down to D. And we're going to arrow down to diagnostic. Well, there's diagnostic off and diagnostic on. We want diagnostic on. So we're going to hit enter. And then enter again, because we need to enter twice. And it's just going to say done. Now, if I do a linear regression, notice that it gives us an R squared and an R. Alright? Now if the points fit our regression, then we have done exactly. That means there's only going to be a 1 or a -1. If R is anything else, we want to try different regressions until we get an exact fit. So we want to know example number 3. So they've given us our list. We need to go ahead and type it in. So in L1, we have -6, -2, and 8. In L2, we have -4, 2, and 17. Turning on a light will help see this a little bit. Nope, just puts a glare on it. Okay? So now we go to stat, calculate, linear regression, and it's a line. So this was a linear regression, and it was y equals 1.5x plus 5. Now we look at example number 4. Go back to stat, edit, clear out our lists. We put in -1, 1, and 3, 8, 2, and 4. Stat, calculate, linear regression. And here we didn't get 1. So we tried our linear regression and it didn't work. So go back to stat, calculate, quad regression, number 5. Here we get that r squared equals 1, so it works. And now this is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So y equals 1x squared minus 3x plus 4. But we don't need the 1, so it's just x squared minus 3x plus 4. Now, if a quadratic regression still didn't work, we would go to Stat, Calculate, and we would try a cubic regression, and then a quartic regression. That's just another form of linear regression. Natural log regression, exponential regression, power regression, and logistic is something else. So we have several different regressions that we can try. Most time they're either going to be number 4 or number 5. So this was topic 1-6. Again, the calculator is doing all the work for you. You just type it into Stat and then do your regressions if you need to. Good luck and have a good day.